Hey, what's up, YouTube? I'm Steve.
And I'm Jeff.
And we're two drum guys.
That's right.
And today, YouTube, we're going to talk about alternating strokes and stick control. Now, you may recall from our first video where we talked about how to play a bunch of notes in just the right hand or just the left hand using the legato stroke. And the legato stroke, you'll recall, was simply a very relaxed, very bouncy stroke, right? Where the hand let the stick rebound. We're not stopping the stick for any reason. Now, Jeff, why would we ever in the world want to play alternating or any other kind of strokes?
Well, YouTubers everywhere want to know. And it really comes down to one thing. You're not going to be in a situation where you're just playing eighth notes on this hand, and then eighth notes on this hand, and then you're done, you get paid, and you go home.
That's too bad.
It would be what we call easy money at that gig.
I want that gig.
I wouldn't mind having it myself.
Okay.
So, what you are going to have is a situation where you're playing some of this, some of this, and then here's where it gets crazy. They're going to alternate.
Whoa! Mind blown.
That's right. And you may even have to do some doubles.
Bro, you're getting ahead of me.
Some triples.
What?
Quads.
I don't even know what you're saying anymore.
I don't either. Just a whole bunch of notes.
Now, Jeff, I noticed that as you do that, though, all your notes sound the same.
Relatively close.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
What's
what
up
I'm
with
trying
that?
to do with that is maintain what we call a quality of sound. A quality of sound is basically keeping a consistent sound between every note that you play. If it's one note on the right, one note on the left, you want them to try and sound the same for our purposes with this exercise.
Okay.
As we're developing as drummers, it's important to maintain a quality of sound between your hands, no matter what you play. If it's this right here, or if it's this, or if it's this, or this, it doesn't really matter. That's what you're going for.
I see. Thank you. All right. So, Jeff,
Yes,
what
sir.
did you do in your hands that allows you to play all of those notes from hand to hand and have them sound so similar?
Well, remember all that work we did to learn our legato relaxed stroke?
Yeah, man.
To say that we're going to, set that on fire and then bury the ashes in the backyard and never think about it again
Yeah?
would be kind of a strong thing to say, but
Is that what we're going to do?
no, not at all.
Oh,
No,
okay.
I'm just kidding.
Good.
We're actually just going to keep that stroke going, right?
Yeah?
So no matter what I'm playing hand to hand,
Yeah?
my grip is going to stay the same for this.
Ah.
See that? It's
So-
kind of like little chunks of 8 on a hand.
So what you're saying is, if I can take 8 on a hand,
Mm-hmm.
then I can just play one note from 8 on a hand, and then one note from 8 on a hand,
Yeah.
or 2 notes from 8 on a hand,
Yeah.
or 2 notes from 8 on a hand. It's all the same.
It's all the same. Just keep the spacing between the notes the same. Money. You're
We-
golden.
Show me that.
All right. So here's 8 on a hand.
Yeah.
Right. Here's
Yeah.
singles.
Whoa! You just blew my mind.
Yeah, man. Here's doubles.
Whoa!
It's the same stuff, right?
Okay, but it sounds like 8 on a hand.
Well, I'm just playing eighth notes, and I'm also thinking about my grip
See what you did there.
and quality of sound.
I see what you did there.
Pretty simple.
Cool. So, Jeff,
Yeah, man.
when I'm at home, what can I do to practice my alternating strokes and my stick control ideas?
Great question.
Thanks.
Very, very simple. We're going to create something called a check pattern.
Oh, that sounds complicated.
All right, it's really not, man. It's really
Okay.
easy. Remember 8 on a hand? Of course
yeah,
you do. We
yeah.
played it 1,000 times. Okay, what we're going to do
Yeah.
is we're going to create a 16 note check pattern. Now, 8 on a hand
Yeah.
is eighth notes.
Yeah.
We're going to make a 16th note check pattern.
Okay.
Sounds complicated without.
Yeah. How do
knowing
I do
how to do it.
How do I do that?
All right, let's do a visual.
Okay.
All right,
Good.
Steve.
Yeah.
So here's what I'd like you to do.
Okay.
Become 2 eighth notes.
All right. Check this out. 1 and.
Look at that. There they are. So when you
One
play,
and,
yeah, that's right. When you play 8 on a hand,
2 and 3 and 4 and.
those are eighth notes.
Yeah, man.
All right. And when your left hand plays it, it's doing the same thing.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and.
So watch this. If he's the right hand and I'm the left hand, here's how we build a check pattern visually. Okay. So this is eighth notes. The left hand, the notes are going to fall in between the right hand eighth notes. But That's right.
They're still eighth notes?
They're still eighth notes.
They look like they're as wide as my eighth notes.
That's right. The spacing is exactly the same.
Far out.
Yeah, man. So keep counting your eighth notes. Do it slow. Let's show them.
1
E
and 1
E
and 1
E
and 1
E
and
I
see what
Got
you did
it?
there. Yeah, that's pretty clever, bro.
So try this. Try your right hand really slow.
Okay.
Now your left hand is just going to fit in between.
All right, I see what you did there.
Now play your left hand in the air. Hear that eighth note?
Hey, it's just 8 on a hand.
Exactly.
3 and 4
Now,
and.
come back together.
All right.
Let's put the right hand in the air.
Still sounds like 8 on a hand.
Hear that? So, if we were to count it and play it, it sounds like this. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a.
Huh.
That's going to be kind of like our home base. That's our home court. That's what we're going to come back to every time as we do this exercise.
That's why you call it a check pattern?
Check pattern.
Far out.
Check yourself.
I'm going to try not to wreck myself. I just went there.
Got the tape. So now that we've got our check pattern established of 16 16th notes, what we're basically going to do is change up our pattern going hand to hand so that we work our hands doing alternating different types of notes.
Okay. Yeah.
So remember, you want to maintain your quality of sound.
Yeah.
No matter what pattern you decide to do after.
Yeah.
So let's keep it simple right now. We're going to play with a metronome.
Okay.
We're going to do a measure of check pattern.
Yeah.
And then we're going to do a measure of 4 notes on each hand.
4 rights, 4 lefts, 4 rights, 4 lefts?
You are correct.
All right, let's do that.
4 times 4, that gives us 16.
Yes.
And then we'll land back on the 1
I'm
with
with
our release note.
We just playing it one time, Joe?
Yeah, let's just do it once for now.
Okay.
1, 2, ready, and play.
And
And stop. See that?
Hey!
Try it again. Ready, and play.
1, 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1.
That's it. And you can do that with basically any type of pattern in between your check pattern. And that check pattern is really there. It's kind of like a security blanket. Make sure you stay with your metronome and you line up on your 16ths every time you come back around to the 1.
All right. Okay, Jeff, so I think I understand what you're saying. So I have a measure of check pattern that works as my safety net,
Right.
my home base.
Security blanket.
Yeah. And then I have a measure that I can do anything I want in.
Pretty much.
So I can play anything I want as long as it fits in the space of 4 beats.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like that. All right, so let's do this, man. Let's see if we can make this work out.
Okay.
I want to see if I can really exercise my stick control and my quality of sound ideas. And I want you to kind of help me keep myself together.
Okay.
In case I get lost.
Cool.
All right, so
I'm down with that.
Here's what I want you to do. Would you count for me
Yes.
out loud while I play?
All right.
And let's see if I can make this work out.
Got it.
Okay, so I'm going to play 4 measures.
Okay.
So I'll be check pattern, crazy stick pattern, check pattern, crazy six pattern, stop.
And then release. Okay.
All right, here
Awesome.
I go. 1 and 2 and 3 and a 4 and a
1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. Nice, man.
Thanks, buddy.
So were you thinking about like your pattern in there at all, or just kind of like cuffing it?
You know, I wasn't really thinking about the pattern as much as I was just listening to you count.
Ah.
And I was really kind of focusing on, are my sounds as similar as I can make them from hand to hand?
Smart man. Quality of sound.
Well, you said it was important,
Consistency.
so
Man.
I was trying.
It's huge.
All right. So YouTube, what you can do at home is something pretty similar to what I just did. In fact, it doesn't even have to be as square as what we just did. You can totally go out on your own and you can make up anything you want. So I would encourage you to come back to a check pattern occasionally, just for the sake of keeping it rhythmically, accurate and in a similar sort of framework.
Sure.
But I don't really have to play in groups of 4.
No, not at all.
I can do anything I want, right?
You do 5s, whatever.
Right. So if I put my metronome on 16th notes,
Mm-hmm.
like this, 2E and a, 3E and a, 4E and a,
Or 5E and a.
or 5, or even a 6E and a,
Mm-hmm.
crazy.
Wow.
As long as I make sure that my notes stay with this metronome,
That's right.
I can really do whatever I want.
Yes.
All right, well, let's try that.
Let's do it.
I'll tell you what, let's do, Jeff. You play whatever you want.
All right.
I'm going to play whatever I want.
All right.
And we'll both play a measured check pattern.
Okay.
3 measures of whatever we want.
Whatever.
And we'll just stop.
And then release.
And
Got
hopefully,
it.
if we do this right, our sound quality will be pretty similar.
Okay.
And it should sound the same, except the hands will just be different.
Pretty much.
All right, let's see if we can do this.
Awesome.
1E and a, 2E and a, 3E and a, 4E and a. Now,
I had an extra note.
Jeff played the extra note because he knows we get paid by the note here,
It's true.
and he wants that pay raise real bad. But we didn't slide on that before today's video, so he's not going to get paid for that note. All right, so we talked about alternating strokes,
Yep.
and stick control,
Quality of sound.
quality of sound,
Mm-hmm.
check patterns,
Grip.
grip. We talked about
Relax.
quite a few things. Yeah.
That's right.
Well, hopefully YouTube, you found this video informative, if not somewhat whimsical and or funny.
At the least entertaining.
At the very least entertaining. We're entertained.
Pretty much.
So, hey, you know what? Please like and or follow us on Facebook, and like and or follow us on YouTube.
Please subscribe.
Please.
Like the video.
Yeah.
Helps a lot, guys.
If you've got any comments, questions, or snide remarks, please feel to leave them in that little area right below the video.
The most sarcastic comment wins.
Yes. You can also email us at twodrumguys@gmail.com if you've got any like real specific questions. I promise we'll take the time to answer them because we're nerdy and we'd like to do that sort of thing.
Pretty much.
Totally. So I'm Steve,
And I'm Jeff.
and we're Two Drum Guys.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks for watching.
Appreciate it.
See ya.